everybody. I'm gonna do a quick ASMR video and tell you a little bit about my week. I'm actually gonna start off this video asking for advice about these ASMR videos because I find that I'm running out of things to talk about, and I do have some interests that might be interesting to some of you. Like, I can whisper about movies or history, about my day, is something that I'm obviously doing a lot of in these ASMR videos, although on this channel I do mostly vlog or nature videos. But yeah, it's something to think about. Also wondering if anyone would want to kind of get a few videos in there of no talking and just kind of maybe tapping sounds or like paper cutting sounds or something like that. This is the best quality mic that I have. It doesn't have a long enough cord to get to many places. I don't have a laptop. But I did buy a cheaper microphone, two. One that I can clip on my shirt, and then another one that's similar to this but much smaller, and it's like the dollar store type that I can kind of just link up to my camcorder instead of the computer, because it has just like the aux instead of the USB, and it just plugs into the camcorder. So if I do that, it would free me up to do ASMR videos pretty much wherever I like. Just only the concern would be the battery life of the camcorder. So that would free me up to be like in the kitchen. I could be drawing or I could be painting. I'm not good at either. I don't know if that would matter for the quality of the ASMR video. Like, if you're watching to kind of slowly see the art progress, then you might be disappointed if the art never gets there to being a good piece of anything. But if you're just watching it or listening to it for the sounds of the paintbrush or the pencil, that could be something. Also, I could be doing other things that are similar, like washing the dishes. I could be cooking. I could be doing other things like that, and I have tried videos like that in the ASMR format, and they have been somewhat successful. I think the ASMR dishwashing one was maybe a little bit too loud because the microphone that I was using wasn't great. I can have these ambulance ASMR videos of me like just kind of hanging out, which have been semi-successful as well. The most successful is these rambles just about my day. I think maybe it has to do with the kind of the parasocial aspect to it. People kind of, they get to zone out and relax like they would in a regular ASMR video, but it's also more personable topics, like you'd be talking to a friend or a coworker. And I think some people like that. They like the varying topics of these rambles about my day, and I have been getting positive feedback about these, so I will be still doing these. I have a little bit of scheduling problems because I've frankly taken on too much that I can handle, and I find when I take on more than I can handle, the things that were holding me together, my base kind of disintegrates, and then I'm lost, and I'm doing so much at once now, and there's people out there that could still be doing more than this and fine, but it's a lot for me. So I don't have as much time to sit down and do these as I'd like, and then when I do, I don't typically have 20-30 minutes of content that I can do and just ramble endlessly, because I like to have something that I can say when I'm saying it rather than just grasp for straws, which is why maybe like a tapping video might be good in the future where it's non-verbal. But to get into this video and to talk about my day and my week, hopefully I can get some minutes in on this video, because a lot has happened in the last week or two. What I really want to focus on in this video, I'm not sure, but there was at my work kind of like an older lady, and I made a video about this, like a regular talking video. My boss kind of warned me about her because I work at a gated community seniors place, And I guess the gist of what he was saying is like she's trying to groom me with like running magazines that she left in the office. Seems like a sweet old lady. It seems harmless, but it seems like he could be right. I'm not sure if he just doesn't want me talking to residents because he wants to get as much work out of me as possible. That happened today. Last week I couldn't cut the lawn because it was so hot and dry that he didn't want the lawn drying out, so I'm going to cut it again this week, but it'll be much longer, and it's going to be hot out again, so it might be a pretty brutal day. My next shift at this senior's place. My night shift at the other place was pretty slow. There's no events going on there. It was pretty boring, to be honest. I had a headache. I didn't feel great. I haven't been eating a lot lately. I find when I get more active, my appetite goes down. I don't know if it's a social anxiety thing, or if I just don't have meal timing right, or I need more probiotics or prebiotics. I've been trying. The last 2 days I've been making these morning smoothies, which I use yogurt and oranges, and I put a little bit of egg whites in there. They're pasteurized, so you don't need to cook them. So it was kind of a good, like kefir and yogurt I put in there, and they both have probiotics, and the prebiotics are things like fiber, pectin that are found in the oranges, so it was a good mix for my stomach. I put a scoop of collagen in there, which is good for the stomach as well. Just trying to stimulate the appetite. I don't know what exactly that has to do with. I think I have some sort of eating disorder. It's been like that my whole life, and when I get stressed out or when I take on too much, I just can't eat anymore. And like, I know people who get depressed and they can't eat anymore, or they get depressed and they eat too much. It's kind of like that, but it's like when I get tunnel vision and I'm just focused on something, I don't eat. And then when I'm really scattered brain and I'm all over the place trying to keep up with 3 different goals or things, and I'm like all over the place and I can't eat either. When I'm in front of people, I get social anxiety. My stomach kind of gets upset. I can't really eat. So like, it's really hard for me to like stomach things sometimes. And I haven't been in the gym weightlifting as heavy as I want to. And sometimes lifting heavy stimulates appetite a little bit, and I haven't been doing that. So there's a few things that might be wrong in that regard. I've also been eating. I'm not a carnivore diet guy, but I eat. Probably my diet is about 60% proteins, probably 65 to 70% proteins, and then carbs and fats. I'm not sure if that's even. I'm just spitting out numbers, but that's what I would assume. Maybe 50% proteins, and then 25% of the remaining 2. But maybe to increase carbs would be a good idea. But then I find carbs kind of make me feel a little bit foggy brained, and there's a lot of kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say smear campaign against carbs, because carbs might actually be legitimately bad, but I do know that baked potatoes, if you bake a potato and then you put it in the fridge and you take it out, that has resistant starch in it, which is good for your stomach, and that's a carb. So there is nuances to this. I'm not a dietitian. I don't want to throw out too much bro science here, and I don't really want to ask diet advice either, because that's the one thing you never want to ask advice for, because you get so many crazy opinions, and it's so divisive now to ask about diet. It seems like people are either all like on some kind of fad diet that's just absurd, and it's either vegan or carnivore, or some guy's only eating mustard seeds or some shit. Like, it's crazy out there. But like, I know that I need to be eating a balanced diet. Like, I think the most reputable thing would be kind of like the food pyramid, not period. It's on a menstrual cycle, but pyramid. I don't think the order is necessarily right, but just kind of that way of thinking that you need meat, you need vegetables, you need fruit, you need grains, you need everything. And I'm very much just meat, grains, oranges in the blender, and then basically no vegetables at all. And I've even been skipping out on my multivitamin recently, so I mean, I gotta correct some of this. My diet's always been weird. I think it has to do with spectrum things, but I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, so I don't know what it is exactly, but it's definitely in part a very severe case of picky eating, where it's not so much taste but the texture of certain things. And it's the same with, like, why I kind of think it might be on the spectrum type of thing, is it's the same thing with clothing with me, is I only like certain fits of shirts and pants, and they have to be cotton, and the cotton feels a certain way on my skin, and I can't really stand to have polyester on my skin. And that's kind of how vegetables are in my mouth. Like, if I drink a smoothie that has some vegetables hidden in there, I can get away with it. So I'm going to do more of that just to see if that helps me. But then at the same time, if you do that, you take all the fiber out, and that's the only real benefit of the vegetables. Well, the antioxidants too, but you can get that from drinking green tea and things like that, even chocolate. But I don't want to be rambling about my diet too much. But that did come to mind, and I am just kind of, whatever pops in my mind is kind of what I'm whispering about. I don't know if it matters very much specifically to the listener, so that's what I was kind of talking about there. And other than that, I had at the college, like, this assessment thing that I took. I'm not a college student, but I did go to the college just to kind of see where I'm at and what my options would be for upgrading, and if I'm eligible to take any courses, and kind of ask a few questions. And my assessments were worse than I thought, but not horribly bad. I think I placed approximately grade 9 math and English, so I mean, that kind of sucks, because I'd have to work my way up to even take, like, anything. But anyways, where was I going with that? I guess I was just trying to get to the college to see what my options are with career pathways, but I'm kind of gloomy and doom about these career pathways now, because everything's so competitive. You always, at least in my case, I get cut off at the last minute or at the first minute with someone just with an absurd amount of experience or a degree that just goes in front of me, and, like, I'm very pessimistic about what I can get at this point. But even that being said, I kind of wanted to get to the college just to see if there would be, like, even a course I could take, like, once or twice a week, just to get out and maybe get some, like, new faces around me and some new experiences. Take, like, a writing class and just try to brush up on my speech, even, like, just talking to people. I find even in these videos, like, I'll stumble upon a word and then I'll just change the word because I can't even pronounce it properly anymore, and I don't know what that is exactly. If it's brain rot from watching too much crap on social media, or if I just have a stutter that got worse over time, or if it was because I was a stoner when I was younger, I'm not 100% sure. But I used to speak a lot more confidently. I think maybe it's just there's so much conflicting views, and I'm always trying to process things in my mind ultra carefully before I say them, and I'm kind of walking on eggshells, that I kind of slur my speech and stutter things out, which is unfortunate because I used to be a lot more confident, although when I was younger my confidence was kind of just a loud mouth. I was like drinking a lot and things like that. But anyways, that was that. I have a driving exam next month, which is going to be a different type of driver's license, which would make me eligible to drive a larger truck. So I can go around driving. That might be cool. Who knows? Just trying to learn new things, open up doors. It's something to put on the resume, etc., etc. Yeah, my sister's having that baby soon next week. I'm gonna go see the baby, and I bought some gifts. Some I've already said, that like wicker-looking teddy bear, like the millennial hipster like teddy bear thing, that I've already got like a month ago. But I got some baby bibs as well, which I just got today. I also got a new t-shirt for myself. It's a white t-shirt. It says Polo on it. I got it at a discount store. So, I mean, I think Polo shirts are usually like $120. I got it for like $20. So, I mean, that's $100 saved. So, that's cool. And I need new clothes. So, that worked out. Yeah, but I guess I'll end this video with like a political thing, like Trump getting shot. That was crazy. I'm not gonna say anything like my political views at the end of this video one way or the other, because I don't want to alienate or trigger half of the viewers, especially when it's supposed to be a relaxing video. But I don't think anyone was expecting that, and it seems like this, I think his name is Thomas Crooks or whatever, kind of seems like a Travis Bickle type of guy that kind of just wanted the fame. Maybe that's going to trigger some people. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories about like if this guy was affiliated with one party or if he was an FBI or whatever. But to me, it just kind of seems like just a kid that wanted fame or whatever. But I mean, the counter argument to that with anyone with a conspiracy theory is like, well, that's what they would want you to think, and that's true. So I have no argument for that. So that was crazy. Yeah, I think I'm out of things to say. I hit a car with my car and it scratched. I left a note, and the note's been there for a week and they haven't noticed. So I don't know, like, if they're gonna call me or if it's even worth pursuing. It's kind of in the back of my head. It's stressing me out. I made a video about it. Most people were understanding that I was just stressed out, and they gave me some friendly advice. There's a couple trolls in there, but that is what it is. A lot of my videos are overly sensitive, and they're just kind of spilling my guts to like an audience of strangers, and some people are sometimes caught off guard by it, and they're like, what the fuck's with this guy? He sounds like a pussy right now. And that's fair. But I mean, you get in where you fit in, and like if I am overly sensitive, then so be it. Like I can only be myself, and there's worse things to be in life than sensitive. But I do have many sides to me, and sometimes I'm not sensitive, and sometimes I'm actually quite assertive or abrasive, and sometimes I can be a dick, and my sense of humor is quite dark sometimes too. So I have many sides to me, and I am a little bit more sensitive about certain things, and I kind of have a little bit more breakdowns than I probably should. But maybe that has to do with the diet too. I mean, like, I think you need more carbohydrates and fats to produce testosterone, so maybe I'm giving myself low T with just emphasizing too much protein. I ordered some DHEA. I don't know if I want to take that, mess with the hormones with pharmaceuticals. I don't know if I want to go that route, but it seems like it would be more mild than trying to do TRT, and it would be less expensive. But I think I should get my diet under control. Even if they come, I don't know if I'll take them, but it's not really supposed to even give much benefit to men. It's mainly for women. Women who want to increase their testosterone. I think it increases testosterone a little bit in men, but it might actually elevate estrogen more, so it might be dangerous and might be counterproductive, or there's health risks to do with cholesterol, and it might affect mood. Like, it was such an impulse buy, and now I'm worried that I've just wasted so much money on those, which it's not that much money. It was like, I think I got 2 bottles and maybe $80 or something, so I mean it's not that big of a deal, but yeah. I think that's about all. I've been kind of thinking about getting a dog, but I can't at this point. But I miss a dog. I miss my dog specifically, but I also miss just having dogs around in general. Even fostering a dog might be a good idea. Just foster a pupperino and go just kiss that fucker on the nose all day. We out here, we kissing pupperinos on the nose, and that's cool like that, motherfucker. But yeah. Anyways, like and subscribe if you like this video. It helped me out. Maybe it won't. Maybe these are not helping me out. And maybe I don't want you to subscribe. Okay. Peace out.